and Julie are here to share more details about the Paws Off event supporting the NWA Center for Sexual Assault. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks for being
Thank
here.
you.
Thank you so much for
Yeah,
having us.
absolutely. Let's talk about the work that the center is doing in the community.
Okay, so the center is, it serves adult survivors of sexual assault. And that can be either when they were a childhood experience that they've had or an adult experience. And so we offer advocacy services. We have a 24 crisis line. We also have forensic exams. We counseling and support groups, and all of those things are free to the public and to survivors of sexual assault, as well as their loved ones.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ultimately, we're a safe haven of healing and hope for adult survivors of sexual assault.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. Any statistics you can share when it comes to people being impacted here in our community?
Yeah, so Arkansas actually has the second highest rape rate of any state in the country. Yeah.
Yeah, wow, that's very sobering to
Yes,
hear.
absolutely. Let's talk about the Paws Off event. This is just one of the ways that people out there can support the center. What can we expect?
So you can expect to start off with a 1-mile dog walk around Walker Park.
Okay.
The mayor is going to come out and welcome everyone to the event. Then we will walk. Then there will be a community vendor resource fair that includes local nonprofits and small businesses sharing their wares and services. The Canine Connection is hosting a dog agility show. Crystal Bridges Mobile Art Lab will come out and offer that exhibit free for the public. This event does serve as a fundraiser for our core programs and services, but we wanted to make this a community building event as well, because we know that when we build connected communities, we help reduce the likelihood of sexual assault because people within the community know who to call. So we
Sure.
want to highlight our community partners with this free portion of the event, but please help us raise some funds for our services as well.
Yeah, certainly. You know, and we hear all the time that sexual assault is one of those silent things that people maybe are not forthcoming about. Do you find that to be true in your work?
Absolutely. It's one of those things where we are attempting to break that silence.
Sure.
And when we talk about it, it can't stay secret anymore. And so that is something that we hear a lot of, and it's something that our survivors are really fighting against, is that even some cultures embrace that silence, and so we're working against that.
Right.
Sure, absolutely.
I would like to also point out that anyone that demands your silence is typically benefiting from it. And so part of our counseling, our free counseling services, help to empower survivors to use their voice and speak up when they see something wrong or damaging, because bystander intervention can be very helpful in eliminating sexual assault.
Sure.
Let's talk about even the name of the event. It's called Paws Off. Of course, we're talking about dogs, but also really hands off and keeping your hands off of people, especially without their consent. How did the idea come about to even host this event?
Yeah, so it can be kind of challenging to come up with an event to bring awareness to such a traumatic issue. So Paws Off really lets us. Who doesn't like taking their dog to the park? You know,
That's right. Yeah.
We wanted to do something fun and lighthearted and community friendly to give us a platform to talk about sexual assault in a lighthearted way and have fun for the community.
Yeah, for sure. And then there are those family members that you've already mentioned that you offer support for. What does the support look like for family members of those who have been abused?
So we have our counseling services. They are absolutely free. If they want advocacy services, which means one of our advocates will call and regularly check in with them. They can connect them to maybe other services, not even related to sexual assault, that they may be needing. Those are all services that we offer secondary survivors, so they have access to almost exactly the same services as the primary survivors have.
Yeah, that's so important. But how can the community support the work that you do at the center? Obviously, this event coming
Right.
up, but are there other ways, multiple ways to get involved?
First and foremost, donate. The more funds we have, the more we can go out into the community and hopefully promote prevention and education and continue our outreach. We have volunteer opportunities with this event, or you can volunteer for our crisis hotline. We need people round the clock ready to answer the call for survivors. We also have internships available for graduate and undergraduate students in counseling, as well as
Advocacy.
Advocacy, thank you.
Okay.
And outreach. Yeah.
What does that training look like if people are out there and they're interested? What does training look like? How long of a process is that?
It really varies on what they are wanting to do. So the hotline training right now we're doing, it's all online, so they're able to do that. We would like to go back to being able to do that in person, getting to know our volunteers a little bit more. But It is self-paced, and so it's something that if you have time for just watching some videos and doing some interaction with us, that you will. We try to make it as easy as possible.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for
Thank you.
the work that the center is
yes,
doing
absolutely.
in our community.
Go
We
out and
appreciate
support.
you.
Great event. Paws
Thank
Off.
you.
Absolutely.